What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Will you join me in an exciting episode where we are going to look into Assetto Corsa EVO 1 month in after its release. So, Assetto Corsa EVO released a month ago to the day in its early access phase, and it's been a few issues, the good, the bad, the ugly. So I'd like to dive in and show you my first impressions after a month after its release. So just a disclaimer, I haven't been operating this for a month. I'm coming in more as it's been out for a month. You want to download it or buy it today. What is the experience like? So let's get stuck in. And where are we going? What is the overall experience of actually running a game like this? Can you run this game on your average PC? Now, I have I'd say above average PC. I'll put my specs up on screen, where I recently, for me, got a very nice upgrade on my GPU from where I came from. And it's just playable on my current setup. Look, I am getting, now after tweaking a few settings, and the game still looks good, I'm just getting between 60 to 70 FPS, which is more than good enough. Remember, this is an early access game. It is not optimized at all whatsoever, but it is functional, it is running. Now remember, I am on triple screen. I am putting extra strain on the game and on my computer, whereas you on your single screen setup may be able to crank the graphics up and get high FPS even on a weaker graphics card than mine. So generally I am happy, but you know, this game desperately needs to be optimized. Just bear that in mind when purchasing. Straight away, we can see scenic view, layout looks a lot better. I mean, forget the old days of the ancient Assetto Corsa where the menu was terrible. Let's be honest. This is a step up, could be better. I'm sure, as we said, early access, things will improve. But we are greeted with a very basic menu here. And yeah, let's take a look. So first of all, when you kick off the game, you'll need to purchase a vehicle. You'll purchase a vehicle just so that you have something standing here, but let's get stuck in. So first of all, there's a drive menu with a single player, special events, and I mean, under single player, it's very straightforward. All we really have are features like your type of race mode. I mean, this is private. This is you, practice, quick race, etc., hot laps. And yeah, of course, we are greeted, unfortunately, only with 5 different types of tracks at the current stage, but more than good enough for us to get stuck into a early access, call it demo of the game. Simple weather customization and assists, of course, where I have naturally done a custom layout. Basically, everything is set to pro except for simple things like headlights, wipers, and an automatic ignition, etc. So once we go back out the menu, we are also greeted, instead of just single player, you do have a option here for special events. If we dive into special events, again, this is something where, you know, I'm sure you would need to be online, and I cannot access this as we speak. So this is a bit of a problem. As I hit refresh, nothing is happening. Cool. So a bit of an issue there. Anyway, long and the short, under vehicles, as discussed before, I cannot even get to the dealership currently, right?
A few moments later.
Now, in online mode, we can access the dealership. Now, looking at the dealership, as discussed, there are 20 cars to choose from, but you're only looking at 16 manufacturers right now. There's some pretty cool cars to play with. So currently, I have purchased the Golf GTI, the Mark 8, and really loving it. One thing I must say is this is a fun car to drive. You have your garage facility where you literally have your cars you have purchased, but at the same time, you can also rent vehicles. Maybe you want to just test drive a Honda S2000, you don't need to physically own it. Cool. You can rent it for a small fee and use it for a race, etc. Right, the cool thing under the garage now is I can rotate. It looks cool, scenic. We've got a background. You can also change this background to outdoors, indoors, etc. Very cool. And we have a small customization tab here, which is super exciting. But don't be fooled, guys. When I talk customization, you know, we're not going to be seeing the likes of Need for Speed underground customization here. So, I mean, the basics of an exterior, on the exterior, at least on this vehicle, I can change the color. Cool, happiness. We can change the wheels. You got different wheel options, which is very cool to see. Certain ones allow you to change from a diamond color or a solid black color, etc. We even have interior. Once we jump into the interior of the vehicle, you can look around, okay, extremely zoomed in, but small things, I mean, at least on this Golf GTR, this red accent, you know, we can change it, cool, I feel like pink, okay, cool, I feel like a cyan or whatever, you know, so it's cool, subtle little features like that. It's not gonna change the game, but it can make cars feel a little bit more custom to you, which is something exciting. And now that we've gotten the game back online, the licensing feature is available for me to show you. You will work your way up through these different licenses to attain that license to buy certain vehicles. I have only spent a day on this game. I have played clearly only one, but as you can see here, so this is your sports car license. Once you complete all these, boom, you will get your sports car license and move through supercar, hypercar racing, etc. So, you know, these licenses allow you to then go and have fun and purchase certain vehicles. Then we have a simple driver tab. There's not much going on here, simply just to fill in information, not much more to it. And of course, then we have the gallery section, which, as you can see, whether you are online or offline, there's a replay section and photograph section, which does not exist yet. You are able to have a replay straight after your race or practice session, etc. But at this current stage, you cannot even save it, clearly. You cannot save your replay. And the replay section, I'm sure you'll see in one of my screen captures, is pretty sad at the moment. You can simply play your video or pause your video. Cannot change camera angles, etc. But again, it is early access, so we understand. Under settings, of course, your control settings, you can bind your steering wheel. I was very pleased to see that the game detected all my peripherals immediately, from keyboard and mouse to an extra Xbox controller to my steering wheel, and especially even my third-party handbrake, which, as you can see, is working here. I've had to map everything individually and change certain settings. I haven't touched any of the force feedback settings. I was actually very impressed with what the force feedback felt like on default for my G29. Quite impressive there. Simple video settings to change all your graphics and customization, audio, your gameplay settings. Unfortunately, you cannot change your HUD at the moment. You cannot do any customization to it. It is completely grayed out. And then, of course, your credit section. Let's actually review some racing footage. So in general, guys, I am absolutely blown away with the handling model of this game. It feels right. You can actually feel the weight of the vehicle. If you have come from previous Assetto Corsa and then more importantly Assetto Corsa Competizione, this feels very similar to Assetto Corsa Competizione, but even better with the weight transfer, and is accommodating real life daily vehicles to feel that way. The brakes are incredible and you can feel the shift in the car. I mean, you're learning how to now adjust to this handling model, but it is the one thing I will rave about this game so far. The handling model is incredible. Then let's discuss graphics. Graphics, very pretty game. Is it the best thing I've ever seen? No. But they have stepped it up. As an early access, non-optimized game, it is brilliant. I mean, this is pushing on, it's a mix. It's got a bit of Gran Turismo in it, it's got a bit of Assetto flair to it, etc. It's somewhere in between, but it is beautiful. This, to me, looks better currently than what most people are modding on the standard Assetto Corsa, which I do all the time. But this out the box is looking incredible, and I cannot wait for it to be optimized, because then we can push our graphics in our graphic settings on an optimized game. Then the sound. I'm blown away by the sound, at least by the couple cars that I've used, as you can see, between the Golf GTI, the Hyundai i30N that I've used, and the Honda S2000. All accurately representing the vehicles, but not only that, the overall sound of hitting apexes and curbs, debris, flicker, etc., crackles, rumble, this, that. I think the sound is very good. Internal view, it's excellent, I think the sound is. A few issues here and there. I can hear maybe little pops and crackles, and not in the way you think. I'm talking about audio issues. But sound is brilliant on this game. I'm very happy to see that it is already functioning with third-party software like SimHub. I'm currently using it with virtual dashboards and even Rumble with a bass shaker currently, and it feels fantastic. Very happy to see that at least in this version 0.1.5.1, there's been optimization done for triple screen setup. I was very pleased to see that it had picked up my settings from Assetto Corsa Competizione and had imported those for my measurements. Okay, I had to make a couple tweaks then to the seating position within the game, but it's working flawlessly in triple screens. So I am very, very happy with the overall setup here. As you can see the roadmap, this is their plans. I mean, we are currently in early access. There's going to be a second early access release coming soon, third, fourth, etc. The way I see it, they are predicting by fall 2025 to have the official game released, or version 1.0. I believe it might even leak into next year, let's be honest. But guys, we need to remember that Assetto Corsa, the original AC, has been around for 11 years. We got to give this game a chance. I'm not making excuses for it, but please bear in mind, this truly is just a demo. In my opinion, a buggy demo, but with some cool features. You need to make your decision if you want to even look at it, but there's people like us here that are here to show you what we are dealing with currently and where we will be going in the future. So yeah, very good looking game, guys, in my opinion, and it can only improve from here. As optimization, we can all start upping our graphics. I mean, I am running my graphics between medium, high, some things ultra, and just to get it as smooth as possible for now. Like I said, I'm getting between 60 to 70 FPS on most tracks. Currently sitting at 65. Yeah, so it's cool. And I mean, you can see the AI generally are competitive. I mean, they're not the hardest to get around in my opinion, but as you'll see in another clip, they do some stupid things and ram into each other or ram into walls, etc. But yeah, the overall feel and look, I'm blown away. The handling model is the number one key takeaway from this, guys. They are onto something here, and I believe this will be probably the best sim going forward for real daily life cars, along with GT cars, etc. It's an overall good experience, not the greatest. We also cannot hide behind the fact of us constantly saying this is an early access product. We know it is, but this is 2025. We've been anticipating this game for 10, 11 years. Well, it's been in the making for that long. So, as a sim racer and as a supporter of the Assetto Corsa franchise, a part of me is a little bit disappointed, but more excited. There are some excellent features here that I am not experiencing on other sims. They just need to obviously work on this, develop this. There are constant updates coming out, and I'm very, very hopeful and truly believe this will be probably the best sim out there soon enough. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. You guys need to decide. Leave a comment down below whether you're going to get it or not. Maybe you're going to wait. But I do believe this will be worth it. So there's going to be lots more videos going forward of Assetto Corsa EVO as it develops, as it grows, and how far we can take it. With discussions on possible mods going in the future, free roam coming, etc. But this is the limited version we've been given currently. Cool, well, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, guys. And I will check you on the next one. Cheers.